These are the types of music fans I can't stand. Well, not the most, but one of the types of music fans I can't stand the most. Music fans who complain about when a band or artist or what have you change up their sound and do a different type of sound. You know, they experiment a bit on an album and they try new shit or they try a completely different sound or completely different they change things up basically in their new album. And I can't stand it when I see a bunch of pissy fans fucking complain about this shit. They're like, oh my god, why aren't they making songs like they were? Why can't they just sound the same every single album? I hate change. I can't stand those types of fans at all. I fucking hate them. Okay, would you rather have a band or an artist sound the same each and every single album? I mean, bands evolve. Bands can change up their sound, and there's not a damn thing you can fucking do about it. Okay, there are examples like a Weezer, where they were fucking making pop music, and hell, even in their latest album, they're making pop music, and that's really not a good change at all. But Weezer has done some really good changes in the past. I think their album, Red Album, was really good. They had other band members got to take the front seat and sing. Other members were playing different instruments. I thought it was a really, really very nice experimental album, and it was a nice change of course for Weezer. But oh, their fucking fan base were they had a complete and utter fucking meltdown when they did that, and unfortunately they never experimented with that again after that album due to the unfortunate backlash that received. And I also like to think of Metallica and their album Saint Anger. Saint Anger was an album that sounded nothing like any Metallica album before or after that specific album, and I love that album. Of course, it's not anywhere near their best. I made a whole video discussing why I like that album, and a big reason that's why I love that album is because it's so different from the rest of Metallica's discography. I really like the different kind of sound. I really like the raw sound of that album. I even like the snare drums, for God's sake. I think everything in an album was done right. Of course, it has its obvious flaws, but whatever. I mean, I do appreciate the fact that the band took a risk and was not making fucking master puppets over and over and over again like they easily could have, and they could have made huge bank off that. But no, Metallica was like, you know what, fuck it. We know what the fans want. We know what makes us money, but we want to create what we want to create, and that shows true ambition and true character. And this goes to any band or artist that sees what kind of music they made that made them really popular, that made them very, very rich, and they're like, fuck it, we're gonna do something completely different because we want to make the kind of music we want to make. We don't want to have the fans, especially the pissy fans, and we don't want to have the money dictate what we want to create. We want to create what we want to create, and I especially love artists that do that. I mean, it would get incredibly fucking boring if an artist made the same kind of album over and over and fucking over again, to the point where it would just get completely fucking repetitive, and there will be no variation. It'll just be the same fucking shit over and over again. And what will be the point of making a new album or listening to that new album when you could just listen to their classic albums that sound exactly the fucking same? I would get bored of it, and I'm sure you would fucking get bored of it as well. And yes, of course, like I acknowledged earlier, I understand there are times when an artist changes up their sound, and it's not good in the fucking slightest. I get that. I use Weezer as an example. Again, Weezer was making pop songs. They're probably still doing that now, since their fucking latest album was just a bunch of fucking shitty pop songs. There was also a time they're fucking featuring Lil Wayne in their fucking music. Oh my god. It just pains me to fucking reminisce on that. Oh my fucking god. But anyways, so stop fucking complaining when an artist changes up their sound, especially if it's not even that bad in the slightest, and it's just you fucking scared of change for whatever fucking reason. I like it when an artist changes up their sound, especially if they change up their sound every album. Each album has a unique sound to them. It'll feel like a completely new experience when I listen to each album, and each album will have its own unique character, own unique sound. It keeps things fresh and interesting. But no, I guess you just expect an artist to just make the same kind of music over and over and fucking over again. until they just die, I guess. I don't know. This is why I don't like a lot of fans of a lot of bands, because a lot of them are just these pissy fucking morons who complain over the littlest fucking thing their band does that is just at the very least just slightly different from what they've been fucking doing in the past. Grow the fuck up and accept that things can fucking change, and it's completely okay for things to change. Alright? Alright. I know you're probably not gonna fucking listen to me anyway. But, whatever. That's all I have to say. Bye-bye.